There was this story I once heard one of my mentors share. It was a story about how her and her husband went out. They traveled to another country. And on this particular day, her husband just left home in the morning and he was out all day and then he got back home in the evening. And she didn't like it. She wasn't happy about it because she wanted her husband to be at home. But she didn't know what her husband went out to do. She would later find out in the evening when her husband got back home that he was out buying her a brand new car. So in the evening, her husband comes back home very happy with the car, and then he shows her the car, and then he's expecting her to be all jubilant and just so excited, but she's not happy with him. What she wanted that day was him to spend time with her. In other words, his love language was gifts, right? Her love language was quality time. Why am I talking about love languages today? It's because God has a love language. If I should ask, do you love Jesus? I'm sure 80% of people say, yes, I love God. Now, Jesus has a love language, and it's in scripture. He tells us that if he assesses a person and he finds this quality in that person, then he can say that for sure this person loves him. But if he assesses you and he does not find this quality, then it means that he doesn't know what you're doing. It's not love. And what's this quality? In the book of John, chapter 14, verse 21, Jesus states it clearly. He says, he that has my commandments and keeps it is the one that loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him, and we will come and manifest ourselves unto him. My point of emphasis is where he says, he that has my commandments and keeps it is the one that loves me. And as if that was not enough, Jesus also said this again in John chapter 14, verse 15. He says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. So this is God's language. If you want to show God that you love him, what God looks for is, does this person keep my commandments? Is this person obeying me? If the answer is yes, then yes, you love God. So I want us to really assess ourselves and really check our lives and examine ourselves to see, do we really love God? I'm also speaking to myself. Do I really love God? Am I obeying his commandments? Am I careful to even know what his commandments are and keep it? And how do we even obey God's commandments when we don't know his commandments? And how can we know his commandments when we don't study the Bible? So this is just a way to show God that you love him.